7 questions with Ben Gordon. Ben, Morton would like to know, over the years you've developed a reputation of having one of the best work ethics in the league. Who or what inspired you to develop such a hard work ethic?
Well, Morton, that's something I just had, since I was a little kid. I've always loved the game of basketball. So to me, it never really felt like work. It was more, me just, wanting to go out there and try and work on my game so that, I could become a better player. So while, people think of it as work or, something that's boring, or I actually have fun doing it. So, I've had that work ethic, since I've been a little kid.
Bullsman23 says, a few seasons ago, you told newspapers that Randy Livingston had a positive impact on you because he was constantly talking to you about areas you needed to work on. Since Livingston, has there been anyone on the roster or coaching staff that's had a similar impact?
Bullsman23. That's very true. A few years back, when Randy Livingston was a part of the team, he had a great impact on me as a younger player. He would just point things out in the game, and really helped me a lot. Since then, someone who I guess I can compare to Randy would be Lindsey Hunter. He's a guy who's been in the NBA for about I think 13 years or something like that. So. He always has, his little tips here and there, and they really help during the midst of a game.
John LeCain says, do you think you help the Bulls more as a starter or a sixth man, and which role do you like better?
John LeCain, how you doing? I've played in both roles. At the beginning of every season, since I've been here, I've usually come off the bench. And then as the season, goes on, I became a starter all the way into the playoffs. So I don't know. I think I help, just being out there on the floor. I don't know if it matters if I'm starting or finishing, but I've had, myself and the team has had great success in, both roles. So it's tough to answer them.
Still Alive says, is it better to play off of Rose instead of trying to find your own shot? Because if you get open, Rose will find you.
Still Alive. For me, I got to play both ways. I can play off of him, and for this team, I have to be aggressive also and look for my shot. When I can. So, I think an advantage of playing with a guy like Derrick is, I don't have to have the ball in my hands. I can play off of him. But when I do have the ball, I can also look to create, plays for myself.
Tom O'Brien would like to know, who would win in a one-on-one, you or Derrick Rose?
Tom O'Brien, I would win the game. Simple as that.
Bob, whose screen name is McBulls, says, what have you learned about post-up play by larger opponent shooting guards and how to deal with it?
Bob McBulls, playing against taller guards, and playing post defense. A lot of the time, the way we play as a team is whenever there's a mismatch, you want to go out there, you rely on your teammates basically for help defense, and then we have different rotations. So playing against taller players, basically my job is just to, either not allow them to catch the ball by standing in front of them and making it really difficult for the post passer to get the ball in there, or just give some resistance until, one of my teammates can come and help, and then, we can force them to do something else on the court.
TV number 1. He wants to know what you do on your off days, and do you hang out with your teammates?
TB number 1, on my off days, most of the times I just like to relax and rest, so I may just go home after practice, watch some TV, take a nap. And then, on the days where I'm feeling a little bit more energized, I'll go to the movies or hang out with, my friends or whatever. But on the road, I usually hang with the guys on the team a lot more than, when I'm at home.